Hey guys, what is going on? It is RC Knockout and I am back with another video. Now if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Nolan, and in today's video this is going to be the very first test with my brushless converted Losi 5T. Now if you haven't been following along with this project so far, basically the setup I'm running a 2028 800 kV Castle motor, huge can motor, and I have that mated to a Hobbywing Max 5 ESC. Now the motor is actually rated up to 12S, but the ESC can only go up to 8S. So I've been waiting on some batteries to show up, so I ordered these batteries. They are some Power Hobby 6000 milliamp, 120C discharge rate 4-cell pack, so in total we're running 8S. And I bought them with the QS8 connectors, which are huge 8mm bullet connectors, so we shouldn't have any issues with power resistance getting to this ESC. And the other thing that I've been trying to figure out that I think I got figured out, but I'm not actually sure if I did it right, I've been trying to figure out how to continue using the throttle brake servo for the braking duties, because that takes a lot of strain off the motor and the ESC by doing that. Because this is a heavy truck. This still weighs over 30 pounds with all the aluminum bits I have, so I've been trying to figure out how to do this. I haven't found much for info online on people doing this, but in the end I figured out I could use a splitter in channel 2 of the receiver. So I basically used a splitter where two wires go into one that plugs into channel 2, and I have one of them is for the ESC to plug into, and the other side I have the throttle brake servo plugging into. So the other thing I wanted to do with the throttle brake servo is I wanted to run it off a separate battery. So I wanted to run it off the original 7.4 volt 2-cell that I was running when it was gas powered, because that's what the throttle brake and steering servo ran off of before, just so these batteries would last a little bit longer if I used a separate battery for the braking duties. But unfortunately, when I try to hook this up, the power button anyway, into here, I would almost need like a 3-piece splitter, which I don't even know if they make them. They probably do, but I need almost a 3-piece splitter where it plugs into channel 2, and then I can plug in the power and also plug in the ESC and the throttle and brake servo. I think that's what I have to do. I don't know. But the other thing I did, if you watch the installation of this kit, it came from Brazil. I only got it for like 80-85 bucks shipped to my door, and it looks really nice, but the fit and finish wasn't perfect. When I tried to put the battery straps through, this right here is a dual battery tray. So the battery is supposed to go here and here, and unfortunately I had to put nuts on the back side of these, because when I tried to put the straps through, one of them broke through. So one of the threads, because the threads are only just into this aluminum piece, which is only about this thick. So in the end, I'm like, that is not going to work. My battery tray is going to come flying off when I drive it. So I ended up putting longer screws through, and then I put nuts on this side, so that does secure it now. And actually, these are compact enough batteries. I'm surprised. They're compact enough where they can actually still fit right in here, but I decided in the end just to stack them up. Now, I'm hoping it doesn't go anywhere. It could shift back and forth a little. If that does become a problem, I can put a longer one, like lengthwise, around it. Like I'd probably have to use 2 or 3 straps around it so it doesn't go back and forth. The only thing, because I'm running that little splitter cord off of channel 2, is when I use the throttle brake servo, I have the braking set to 0% on the ESC. So I have a program card right here, a Hobbywing program card. I basically set the braking to 0%. So the motor and the ESC is doing none of the braking. All the braking is coming from the throttle brake servo. But the issue is, since I still have the throttle set to 100% on the ESC, and since they're running through a splitter, when I give it throttle, it still gives 100% throttle to the throttle servo as well. So when I'm giving it throttle, even though the throttle is all coming from the ESC to the motor, this servo is still going like it would when it was gas powered. It's not actually doing anything. And the unfortunate thing about that is it's just wasting more battery for me, because all this is feeding off these 2 battery packs. So I don't really like that. Let me know in the comments if you know how to address this issue, because I've been looking online. I can't really find much info on how to do this, because a lot of people just eliminate the brake throttle servo altogether and they use the braking through this system. But I really wanted to, take some strain off this system by doing it this way, and I think it's going to work. And I also have got my reverse set to 50%, because unfortunately I think with the Max 5 you can only do 0%, 25%, or 50% reverse. So I decided to go with 50%. I don't know why that is, but That's what I found with the Max 5, that you can only set it up to 50% reverse, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so all the braking duties coming from the throttle brake servo. I've got the steering servo plugged into channel number 1, so that is all running off the ESC. I think she's ready to take out and rip, guys. I got her hooked up to my 4 PLS transmitter, my Futaba, and unfortunately, it is dark out. It is New Year's Day today. I'm not sure when you guys are going to be seeing this, but this is New Year's Day. So happy New Year's, guys, and thank you for tuning in. Subscribe also if you're not subscribed, if you want to see more content, especially with this RC in the future, because I travel for work. I take my RC cars wherever I go, and my plan is to start taking this one now that I have this one up and going. But unfortunately it is dark out. Also, it's pretty bad weather out. It's like 0 degrees and windy. But my plan is still to go ahead, take it out, and make sure everything works properly. Oh, the other thing is I switched to a 22-tooth pinion. So if you watch the original install of this kit that I bought from Brazil, the fitment wasn't perfect with the motor mount. I tried running an 18-tooth pinion to begin with. Unfortunately, I could not slide the motor close enough to that spur gear, where the issue actually was I actually had to cut out. I had to Dremel into this mount so I could push that motor close enough, because that shaft was coming in contact with the mount. And then the other thing was, when I did finally cut enough off where I was able to slide the motor close enough, the issue was the can of the motor was rubbing almost up against that, let's see if I can get this on camera. If you guys can see, it was almost rubbing up against the brake rotor right there, which is an issue, especially when I still want to keep on using the brake rotors. So in the end, what I ended up doing was I went out and I bought a bigger pinion to just eliminate that issue altogether. So it slid the motor further away from the spur gear, and also it slid it further away from that rotor, so we won't have any issues with touching. Now, I don't know if this gearing is too high. So it's a 22-tooth pinion, and I believe whatever stock spur gear is, which I want to say it's 57 or 58. I could be wrong. I don't remember. I don't remember what's stock on a Losi 5T. Let me know in the comments below if you know. But hopefully this isn't over-geared, because I can't really do anything about it. But I do like the way that the kit is set up otherwise. I like that the ESC is mounted up here, and I just like the way that the battery's set up. There's a lot of open space back here, and it just looks really clean overall. But yeah, let me go ahead. I'm probably going to run it with the body off. We'll just try not to flip it. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get outside, and let's test this thing out. I did end up putting the stock Nomad wheels and tires back on. These aren't they're not the greatest looking wheel and tire setup, to be honest. I'm not really a fan of the way the wheel is designed, and I am running those Dark Soul wheel extenders, so the wheel nut's barely on there, but hopefully it'll hold the wheel on for long enough at least to test it out. I want to eventually get some probably Proline split 6 wheels and some Proline trenchers back on this machine. But yeah, let me get outside and we'll test this thing out. Also, guys, if you're enjoying my video so far, make sure to give it that thumbs up. Alrighty, guys. Probably not recommended to run this without the body on, but I'm going to try not to flip it. So let's go ahead. We've got the transmitter turned on, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on the ESC, which I ended up mounting the button up right here. Alright, it is on. As you can see, that throttle brake servo comes to life right away, and we got full steering. But here's what I was talking about with the throttle brake servo. When I go to give it throttle, the throttle servo is still working. So you see what I mean? So like when I give it throttle, the throttle servo is still giving it throttle. All the braking is coming from the throttle brake servo. But yeah, let's get it out. It's pretty snowy out. I think it's like 0 degrees, but we're not going to be out here very long. We're just going to test to make sure everything functions properly. Oh yeah, we got some snow to play in. Check it out, guys. Oh yeah. At least this system is completely waterproof. So running this is a waterproof motor, and the Max 5 is also a waterproof ESC, and I believe all of the servos are waterproof as well. Let me go ahead and grab my transmitter. All right. So weird with this thing being electric now. I do apologize. I have my wind catch on my phone, but it's kind of windy. Alrighty, guys, here we go with the Brushless Losi 5T maiden voyage. Got a fresh layer of snow. See, the brakes just work brilliantly. That's why I wanted to use that throttle brake servo, because this servo is so strong. It has like, I think with 7.2 volts, it has somewhere around 1,000, what is it, inches, square ounce inches of torque. So these have ridiculous amount of torque, these servos. I think we need a launch. 1, 2, 3, go! She is a ripper. I don't imagine these batteries are going to last very long because they are only 6,000 milliamp. It's pushing around a very heavy truck. Like I said, guys, if you are enjoying my content, make sure to give this video a big like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Ooh, one of the batteries came out. That might be an issue. What the heck? Yeah, both of them came out. Let's get that adjusted real quick. Yeah, so I was thinking I might need to go ahead and put a couple straps lengthwise on this battery tray, so it keeps the battery from going forward, backward, which is the issue, which is why it just came undone. Let me get that fixed back up and we'll keep on ripping. Alrighty guys, I got those batteries repositioned, but yeah, that might become a problem. Let's keep on going. How about another launch, guys? 1, 2, 3, go! Adequate power. It has adequate power. I don't know what top speed will do, but we'll take it down the street a little bit. Spin it around. And bringing her back. I'm pinned. I mean, it has adequate power. It's probably just as fast, if not faster, than stock. And since I do have a bigger pinion on it, let's bring it back. Ooh, can't see it. Slid. Gosh. I just want to make sure the batteries didn't slide again. Ooh, they're starting to. Yeah, this battery's starting to slide. Let me get that. Look at just how much snow. Look at just how much snow builds up on this thing. It's crazy. Launch. Bringing it back. Alrighty guys, I think she did just hit low voltage mode, so that did not last very long, but I did have these batteries on in the house for quite a while, and on top of that, they have not been charged yet. So they have whatever charge it came with out of the box since I just received them. But like I said guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit that notification bell. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video with this machine. Later.